Day 17 of the Holistic Fast. Today we're going to shift gears a little bit. We're going to move into different teachings other than body electronics, teachings that are very dear to my heart. And those teachings came through Drunvalo Melchizedek. I studied with Drunvalo for over 10 years. And we traveled together, and I went on his Condor and Eagle trip to Peru. And that was a very powerful time in 2004. Behind me, you see Sedona. That is one of my favorite places to be. I took this picture along, maybe quite a few years ago. I don't know how long ago. And Sedona's calling me back, so I'm going to be going back this winter and spending some time on the Red Rocks. I may do some videos from there, not of the Holistic Fast, but beyond that, just to add to, I think I'll put it on this YouTube channel, the Elia Hart YouTube channel. So watch for that. Today's topic is called Holistic Intuition. And in contemplating that this morning, I was looking at my own process throughout the years, and there's many levels to, as there is to every single thing. Everything comes in levels and layers, and there's nothing that's ever not changing. So we have to look at life like that, and everything that we know and everything that we feel. I mean, everything is always changing, and that's the beauty of this movement, this dance that we have in this past, present, and future, and in this little part of the universe that we find ourselves in. In the beginning of this post, I put a really beautiful meditation, a guided meditation from Drunvalo. He made it many years ago. I mean, I remember listening and meditating to it like 20 years ago. So enjoy that. That's a really beautiful, it's a beautiful base to get us to get us conscious. We always are connected to the earth and the earth and the sun and the everything in between. We're always connected, but often we forget that connection, and we're unconscious to that connection. So this guided meditation will bring that connection back to consciousness, and it's very powerful. It instills. When I was doing it, I'm going to listen to it again. I haven't listened to it for a while, but when I was doing it regularly, I just felt so much love that was exchanged between the earth and myself, and also with the center of the sun and myself, and and it goes beyond that as well. But that's kind of like the grounding force that we can really get just flow in that grounding force. It seems like it's like a paradox. It's like opposite things, but it's like learning to flow in that grounding force of prana, that life force that comes from the sun and through the earth and into all living beings here on this planet. So it's a great way to remember the connection. So let's go back to what I was saying earlier. The layers and levels of what I'm terming holistic intuition here has a lot to do with discernment. It has a lot to do with our emotional level, which we've talked about a lot in the last few days. It has a lot to do with our energy that we're putting out through our thought processes, the energy that we're putting out through our words. These are just ways that we release energy from our consciousness, those three things, the thought, the word, and the emotion. So let's really just be aware of what we are thinking. Keep ourselves in as much awareness as possible, and from there we can develop greater discernment, which is required for holistic intuition, for that intuition, that knowing, that inner knowing that's correct for us in the moment. Listening to that energy. Some people hear it, some people hear it in words, some people feel it. It's more of a sensory, sensory perception of just the feeling, or the the energy of the feeling. So it's important to be present with it, and really gauge your discernment, I think, is the best way to put it. Gauge your discernment in that inner knowing. There's lots of ways when we start entering the lower fourth dimension, start to get awareness of energies that perhaps we weren't before, and we can really get sidetracked. And that's why I say really be aware of our use our discernment in regards to what we're hearing, what we're feeling. It's so complex. We don't even. I attempt to bring things down into something very simplistic, very complex, very, very complex thought, and bring it down into something that's very simplistic. And I feel that's a great, great jumping off points. That's one of my goals with this holistic fast, is to bring very complex issues into simplicity so that people can really dive into it more deeply. Same goes for holistic intuition. So, we always hear, follow your intuition, follow this, but I say, of course, listen to what you feel is right within you. Listen to that, yet have that discerning eye. So enjoy Drunvalo Melchizedek's guided meditation, and we'll see you on day 18. Thank you for watching.